Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Breed Complex, home of Babe Ruth, baseball, softball, and all the Lynn teams, English, Class 1, St. Mary's. Today it's St. Mary's taking center stage. The girls taking on Hamilton Wenham in a non-conference game. George Shapiro, the coach of Marblehead, I found out is a good friend of my granddaughter's. He coached my granddaughter in softball a while ago. He's having a tough time. He's 0-4. He had a very good pitcher who's got a scholarship to college who decided not to play this year. I never heard of that. I don't know where she's playing, but Angie Pepe on the mound, taking over the reins. You lose someone like me in the wiki, you don't make that up. Hit in the air into right center field for a base hit. So that's Sammy Cook with a leadoff hit for Hamilton Wenham. St. Mary's trying to get out of a little bit of funk as well. This is virtually almost a completely new team. To get the bunt down. Nice job by Jordan Sullivan, the catcher. Down to Talia Smaller, the first baseman. So that was Abby Demers with the sacrifice. 2-3. Sarah Cook, the second baseman, is the hitter. In for a strike. Swing and a miss. Another miserable day. Big blue skies up above, the sun shining brightly, and the wind. Little off-speed pitch on the inside corner. What a nice pitch by Pepe. So two-way. As Sarah Cook went down on strikes, this is Kate Pasquarello. Pasquarello is the center fielder. In for a strike. Christina Nowicki and I believe Taylor Smaller is the only starters back from last year. Chase, that pitch was way up and away. So certainly a rebuilding here for St. Mary's. Chased it again, up and away. So she gives up the hit, starting the ball game. After the sacrifice, 2 big strikeouts. And Hamilton Wenham is down fairly easy in the first inning. The problem he's going to have today is the wind is not blowing towards home plate. I wish it was. It's blowing right in my face. It's blowing right out from home plate out to the outfield. And it's a very cold breeze. St. Mary's, it'll be Christina Nowicki, the center fielder, leading off. Gia Santinello, second baseman, bat second. Taylor Smaller will play first and bat third. In the cleanup spot is the catcher, Jordan Sullivan. Alyssa Grossi, the right fielder, hits number 5. Marina DiBiaso will play left field and bat 6th. Batting 7th and playing shortstop, San Porozinski. Jenny Adusi, the third baseman, bats 8th. And the pitcher, Angie Pepe will hit in the number 9 spot. So neither team is using an extra hitter. Softball is a little bit different. You can have an extra hitter rather than a DH, meaning you bat 10. And you can move people around. The extra hitter can play defense and move people in and out of the lineup, as long as you keep the batting order the same. So St. Mary's will look to get on top. Sammy Cook on the mound for Hamilton Wenham from the Cape Ann League. So it's Catholic Central League against the Cape Ann League. We're about 20% into the season. Some of the young kids for St. Mary's trying to get their feet wet, making their first appearance as starters on the varsity. Sammy Cook is a southpaw. We don't see many of those. Although the center fielder, who's up at bat now, Christina Nowicki, she pitches a little bit. She saw some work on the mound. She's left-handed. Throws left, bats right. So Nowicki leads it off. In for a strike. Hit foul off the backstop. Quickly 2 strikes. Up and away for a ball. Down and away for a ball. So the count evens at 2. Hit in the air, foul, back out of play. And we'll do it again at 2-2. Hit in the air, drifting back and now coming on. The wind kind of played tricks with that. But the second baseman, Sarah Cook, makes the play. I'm assuming she's sister of the pitcher, Sammy Cook. Gia Santinello. Down and away for a ball. She's the second baseman. In for a strike. Low for a ball. Hit foul off the catcher to the backstop. Count evens at 2. High for a ball. And we got our first full count. Foul tip held onto by the catcher. Two up, 2 down for Talia Smaller. First baseman. Down and away for a ball. Outfielders are playing a little bit deeper than they normally would with that wind blowing out. Hit in the air high and deep off the fence, and it bounces away. In with a stand-up double. She hit that. She missed a home run by about 2 feet. Hit off near the top of the fence. That's that wind, boy, that carried. The right fielder's playing deep. She still got it over her head. Hit off the top of the fence. She almost hit it out. Jordan Sullivan, the catcher, is the hitter. High for a ball. Down and away, 2-0. Off the catcher. The wild pitch will move small to the third. So here's trying to get on the board first. They got a runner at third, but there's 2 outs. Looking for a little 2-out lightning. And that's ball 4. So they let her go. She went to first and just took off. So now it's second and third with 2 outs for Alyssa Grassi. In for a strike. Swing and a miss. Both pitchers get 2 strikeouts in the inning. Both pitchers give up a hit. Cook gave up an extra walk, but St. Mary's leads runners at second and third. And we're still dead even. St. Mary's nothing, Hamilton 1 nothing at the end of 1. 5, 6, and 7 for Hamilton Wenham as we start the second inning. Both pitchers got a couple of strikeouts. St. Mary's came the closest. They had runners at second and third. Julia Seward, the catcher, is the hitter. She takes a strike. High for a ball. Good pitch on the corner for a strike. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Pepe. She struck out the last 2 in the first. And now she strikes out the first hitter in the second. Jaden Otley Ward, the shortstop, will be the hitter. Good pitch for a strike. She's been jumping ahead of all the hitters. Hit foul out of play. Quickly, it's 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. Hit to third. Jenny Adushi makes the play over to Smaller. Two up, two down in the second. Taylor Woodbury, the left fielder, will be the hitter. Missing wide for a ball. One of the few times she hasn't been on top of the hitter. Chop foul behind home plate. The count evens at 1. It's a rare Saturday morning game for St. Mary's. This game was supposed to be played during the week, but the weather, as usual. Marathon Monday was a disaster, and then Thursday was another heavy rain day. One of the games St. Mary's supposed to play, they pushed it to Linfield. Swing and a miss. Linfield has turf, so St. Mary's was able to use their field. Swing and a miss. 2 more strikeouts. Strong 1-2-3 inning for Pepe. Four strikeouts in 2 innings. St. Mary's will have 6, 7, and 8 to face Sammy Cook, who will be starting her second inning of work. St. Mary's trying to get back in the swing of things in this rebuilding year for the Lady Spartans, and gear up hopefully for a tournament, and of course for the Holland tournament. Josh Shapiro, the coach of Hamilton Wenham, was surprised when I told him who my granddaughter was. He happened to mention he was from Marblehead. I mentioned my daughter and her family live in Marblehead, and my granddaughter was graduating from Marblehead High. And when I mentioned her name, he said, "Jenna, I know her." Marina DiBiaso, the left fielder, will lead off. She had a very good hockey season for Frank Pagluca. Hits it in the air, it's going to go foul out of play. Off the fence that protects the Hamilton Wenham dugout. Popped up. Sammy Cook, the pitcher, will help herself. One away. Sam Porozinski, the shortstop, steps into the batter's box. Sam is part of the rebuilding year here at St. Mary's. That one rolls into home plate. in for a strike. The three outfielders, Hamilton Wenham, are about 5 or 10 feet away from the fence that you normally don't see because they have the fence as a backup. But with the wind blowing so strong, we saw that in the first inning when Smaller came within a foot or two of putting it out of the park. Down and away, she took a good long look at that one. Slices it foul out of play. Stays alive, reaches for that one, fouls it off again. I don't know if you can hear it, there's two dogs over behind third base saying hello to each other, yapping away. Hit solidly, but right at the second baseman. Nice play by Sarah Cook, going to her left. Throws Porozinski out. 2 up, 2 down. Porozinski hit it well, but hit it right at the second baseman. Jenny Adusi, the third baseman, is the hitter. Hit in the right center field for a base hit. So again, St. Mary's gets a 2-out hit. This time it's a single. Angie Pepe, the pitcher, and the number 9 hitter. Let's see if they do anything with the runner at first base. Squares to bunt and got a good pitch to run on. The ball down in the dirt. She wasn't going to bunt. She was trying to protect the runner. So again, St. Mary's has a runner in scoring position. They had 2 in the first inning on a double, a walk, and a stolen base. So Pepe can help herself if she can get a base hit here. Top of the order, Christina Nowicki on deck. Pitch is low again, 2-0. And the wind really picks up again. Slowed down for a minute or two. Swing and a miss. Popped up. Catcher comes out in front of home plate. Nice job by Julia Seward. So St. Mary's gets a runner in scoring position yet again. And they come up empty again. We finished 2. Still nothing to choose between these two teams. St. Mary's nothing. Hamilton Wenham nothing after 2. Emma Connors. Grace McCulloch. And then back to the top of the order, Sammy Cook for Hamilton Wenham as we start the 3rd inning. Angie Pepe will start her 3rd inning of work. Hit in the air behind first base. Foul ball. Hit on the ground to second base. Easy play for Santinello. Over to Smaller. One up, one down in the 3rd. Grace McCulloch The first baseman is the hitter. High for a ball. Down and away for a ball. She's a good-sized target at first base. She's a big girl. She's taller than the umpire standing up. She's got to be 5'10" or so. Three straight out of the strike zone. On 4 pitches, McCulloch throws a walk. Pepe had retired 7 in a row after giving up a leadoff base hit. And I think we're going to get a runner at first base. And good, she's wearing her sweatshirt, so I can't get a number. So I can tell you it's either Mae Folger, Emma Lanciani, or Abby Demers. One of those three are running at first base. And it's that bitterly cold spring morning, so she's got her sweatshirt on. And I don't blame her one bit. I'm sure they like to be wearing their sweatshirts. I'm looking at Corsini Nowicki playing center field. When there's a lull, she's got her hand in her back pocket, trying to keep her hand warm, and she blows on it. That's how bad the weather has been in this early going. Sammy Cook at a base hit. It went into right center field over the second baseman's head. They stop by the catcher, Jordan Sullivan. In for a strike. Hit high and deep over everybody's head, all the way back to the fence. They didn't get a good jump off first base. I guess they thought that ball was going to be caught. She should have scored easily. A shot and a half by Sammy Cook. The pinch runner only got the third. Should have scored easily on that shot. But I don't know whether, I can't believe she thought the ball was going to be caught. There was no chance. Between left and center field, they took off chasing it as soon as the ball was hit. But she didn't get off the bag quick enough. She only got to third base. But they have second and third with one out. Abby Demers sacrificed. Popped up. Nice play by the second baseman. Santinello going back over the shoulder. Just a step away from the grass in back of second base. That's a very big out. Sarah Cook, the second baseman, was called out on strikes. Missing up and away for a ball. Hit it well, but sliced it past first base, foul. Sprinkling of fans here out around the fence for this early Saturday morning game. Hamilton Wenham brought some. Hit up the middle for a base hit. 2 runs are going to score. The hit is going to wound up at third. So a big 2-out hit. So the error got away at home plate, allowed the run to go all the way to third. Kate Pasquarello was a strikeout victim. Her first trip. Lined into center field for a base hit. A little more 2-out lightning for Hamilton Wenham. So they play at second base. Looked like St. Mary's might get out of it. Instead, Sarah Cook helps her sister, the pitcher. The Cook family got a double and a single in this inning. Sammy scored. Sarah knocked in the 2 runs. And now Pasquarello keeps it going with a base hit. Julia Seawood struck out swinging her first trip. So the 2 that Pepe struck out in the first inning both get 2-out hits, accounting for the 3 runs. Swing and a miss. Down and away for a ball. On the inside corner for a strike. Hamilton Wenham fans didn't like that call. It's always amazing how you can be a couple 100 feet away from home plate and be able to call the balls and strikes better than the umpires. And that's ball 4. So the walk extends the inning. The walk hurt. After 1 out, the walk started this 3-run uprising. So the 3 that she struck out their last time up have got an RBI single, and a walk. Jaden Hartley Ward grounded out third to first, her 1 trip. Swing and a miss. And all of a sudden the wind has stopped. Makes it almost bearable here. As I say that, it picks up. Swing and a miss. on the ground at the short. Safe at third. Ward will reach on the fielder's choice. And the inning continues. Taylor Woodward will be the ninth hitter in the inning. The bases are loaded. She struck out swinging. Nice stop by Jordan Sullivan on a pitch in the dirt. Pepe and St. Mary's trying to stop the bleeding here. 3 runs in. Hit foul out of play. Pop right to the first baseman. So they finally end the inning. But Hamilton Wenham sends 9 to the plate. 3 of them score. They got 2 big 2-out hits. 3 hits in the inning. 2 walks. One of them hurt. The leadoff walk scored. First inning, Pepe didn't get a strikeout. And St. Mary's is in a hole. They're down 3-0. They'll have the top of the order up. Sammy Cook will start inning for the first time with a lead. So 9 to the plate. That nice play by the second baseman, Santinello, for the second out. Looked like they might have got out of the inning with runners at second and third. But then back-to-back hits. Sarah Cook knocked in 2. Kate Pasquarello knocked in a run. And all of a sudden it was 3-0. We mentioned Hamilton Wenham looking for their first win. St. Mary's trying to get off a little bit of a slide of their own. Christina Nowicki, Gia Santinello, Talia Smaller will be the 3 hitters Sammy Cook will face in the 3rd inning. The bunt down the first base line. Cook does a nice job. Nowicki got it down, pushed it to first base. Sammy Cook made a very nice defensive play. So 1 up, 1 down, 1 pitch. Gia Santinello struck out swinging her 1 trip. She made that nice little over-the-shoulder catch in the top of this inning. Hit right to the second baseman. Two quick outs in the 3rd. Talia Smaller almost hit it out of the park. She hit it to right field off the top of the fence. Hits it off the backstop for strike 1. Low for a ball. Up and away for a ball. It's a foul off the backstop. Deuces Wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 3rd inning. High for a ball. All right, we're going to get a change of pitching. I see Christine and the Wiki hustling over. We're going to loosen up. Small is on for the 2nd time. She draws a walk. And I think we're going to get a pinch runner maybe. Wearing to bunt, they send the runner out at second base. Nice throw by the catcher, and there was a collision. The Hamilton Wenham player is down. Let's hope she's going to be okay. But they throw the runner out at second base. So with the walk, they only face 3 in the inning. St. Mary's is down the 3rd. We're through 3. Hamilton Wenham 3-0 over St. Mary's. Swing and a miss. Emma Connors beginning the 4th inning. She started the 3rd inning as Hamilton Wenham batted around and got 3 runs. Popped out of play. So Pepe's still on the mound. Popped up, that's going to go out of play. Hit on the ground to 3rd. Nice play again by Adusi over to Smaller. Grace McCarrick started the 3-run uprising. She drew a walk and scored the first run. In for a strike. Top of the order, the pitcher, Shammy Cook, on deck. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss again. They're going to have to throw her out at first base. It popped out of the glove of Jordan Sullivan. So two-way. Sammy Cook is perfect. She's pitching a shutout. She's got a single and a double and scored a run. She hit a long way to left center field. She should have an RBI. The runner at first should have scored easily, but got a late jump off the bag. Only got to third base. But they both came around to score on back-to-back two-out singles. High and tight for a ball. So she throws left and bats right. Hit foul off the backstop. She was probably surprised this year to know that she was going to pitch this year as much as she's pitching. We mentioned earlier that Hamilton Wenham had a very good pitcher who's got a scholarship. I forget, pretty good college that she's got a scholarship to, and decided not to play. So she gets Cook for the first time. 2 assists on the putouts, on the strikeouts for the catcher Jordan Sullivan. The putouts go to the first baseman Smaller. So we're halfway through the ball game. Six strikeouts for Pepe through 4 innings, but she's on the short end of a 3-0 score. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 for St. Mary's going into the bottom of the 4th inning. And when that wind actually stops, it's a pretty good day here at the park with the sun shining brightly. And it kind of lulls us into submission. Get used to the wind not blowing. Feels pretty good. And all of a sudden the wind picks up. I see Christina Nowicki again hustling over to the batting cage to loosen up. Pepe had one tough inning. She's given up 4 hits in 4 innings, but 3 of them were bunched in the third to go along with a couple of walks. One walk didn't hurt, the other one did. Swing and a miss. Tip of the hat to the Babe Ruth people. Jeff Earp, Dave Raymond. And I'll stop there because I'll forget somebody. The ball is thrown away. Sullivan will reach on the error. Alyssa Grossi will be the hitter. And we're going to get a runner at first base, I believe. Sullivan being the catcher. That rule they put in a few years ago. The pitcher and the catcher can be run for as many times as they get on base in an effort to try and speed up the game. So there's no penalty for the pitcher or catcher and no penalty for the runner. So the runner can come in later on as a pinch hitter or defensive change. Pitcher or catchers just keep coming back into the game. High for a ball. Alyssa Rossi struck out swinging her first trip. And hit foul off the catcher. Over for a ball. I think it's Newhall running at first base. Down and away for a ball. She's got a ponytail that goes right down, covering the number on her back, wouldn't you know? And that's ball 4. So an error and a walk. Put runners at first and second. Marina DiBiasio popped to the pitcher her one trip. High for a ball. Down and away for a ball. In for a strike, taking all the way. Missing down and away. Hit foul off the backstop. Slices it down the right side, foul. Just reached out for that one and punched it. And it sliced foul. She hits that one in the right field for a base hit. That's going to get a run home. So DiBiasio comes up with a base hit, gets an RBI. Rossi hustles over to third. The pinch runner scores. Still nobody out, first and third. For Sam Porozinski, the shortstop. She bounced out second and first. And that brings a little confab out to the mound. See, Mary eats into that lead a little bit. It's now 3-1. Runners at first and third. Let's see what they do with DiBiasio if she decides to go to second base. High for a ball. DiBiase just strolls down to second base. They let her go. I'm surprised they didn't make a play. With her walking down, the runner stayed at third base, didn't move. So now the tying runs are in scoring position for St. Mary's with nobody out. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Hamilton won a bunch, 3 hits and a couple of walks to get 3 runs. Slicing it foul. Nice play by the fan out there. Sitting in a chair making the play. That's how easy that was. Lined in the right field for a base hit. 2 runs are going to score. And St. Mary's just tied it up. Big hit by Porozinski. So 3 runs in, nobody out. A runner at first. Jenny Adushi got a base hit. Her 1 trip. High for a ball. In for a strike. Missing low for a ball. Hit in the center field for a base hit. The beat goes on for St. Mary's. They have the go-ahead run in scoring position. Angie Pepe, let's see if they go small ball here. Trying to move the runners up with nobody out. Swing and a miss. Didn't show bunt. Diarra started the inning followed by a walk, but then base hits. RBI by DiBiase, 2 RBI by Porozinski. Base hit by Adushi. High for a ball. And I don't think I'm pronouncing Adushi's name correctly. I'll have to find that out. In for a strike. Hit foul out of play. High for a ball. Swing and a miss. So now I'm looking at 3-2. The runner. I just realized the runner stayed at third base. I thought both runners scored. So the bases are loaded. That's why they didn't bunt. Swing and a miss for strike 3. For the first out. Hit in the right field for a base hit. Now I really am fouled up. Hit foul off to the right side. I lost track of the hitters. It was Nowicki that struck out. Hit over the center fielder's head off the fence. 2 runs are going to score. Smaller hit that a ton. Santinello only got the second base. Guess he was waiting to see if it would be caught. Hit foul. Sullivan started this inning. Hit foul again. So they batted around. They wiped out that 3-0 lead. And that's another strikeout. In for a strike. Grossi the hitter. She's the 11th hitter in the inning. High for a ball. Down the dirt for a ball. Hit foul out of play. Hit the second. They'll finally get out of the inning. 12 hitters go to the plate. 6 of them score. Excuse me, 11 hitters went to the plate. 6 of them score. So St. Mary's is double up on Hamilton Wenham. They were down 3-0. It's now 6-3 St. Mary's at the end of 4. 2, 3, and 4 for Hamilton Wenham, as Pepe on the mound now has a lead for the first time in the ball game. On the corner for a strike. Demers a sacrifice and popped to second. 0 for 1. Foul off the backstop. Quickly 2 strikes. Waves at that pitch for strike 3. Seven strikeouts for Pepe. Sarah Cook was called out on strikes. Last time up, she got a big 2-out single, knocking in the first 2 of 3 runs they got in the inning. And Hamilton Wenham grabbed that 3-0 lead. St. Mary's said, "We'll see your 3 and raise your 3. Down and in for a ball. Hit the second base. Bobble, they're going to reach on the error. Second error by the Lady Spartans. Kate Pasquarello had the second of the 2-out hits in the 3rd inning, knocking in a run. She struck out her first time. High for a ball. High for a ball again, 2-0. Three straight out of the strike zone. And that's ball 4. That was Major League ball 4. So after a strikeout, an error and a walk put runners at first and second for Julia Seward, who was struck out and walked. In for a strike. 2 quick strikes. Three on the inside corner. Nice pitch. 2 strikeouts in the inning. 2 strikeouts in every inning except the third when she didn't get any. They got their 3 runs. Well, she's got 8. Hit foul off the backstop. The first, the second, the fourth, and now here in the 5th. High and tight for a ball. Wide for a ball. So both teams have got their runs in 1 inning. Hamilton got 3 in the 3rd. St. Mary's got 6 in the 4th. Way up and in for a ball. Swing and a miss. And that hitter way up and in. And that loads the bases. That puts the tying runs on base with 2 outs. And they're going to check her out as well. It got her up around the arm, maybe around the elbow. So Hadley Waugh is going to be run for. That's an important piece of the puzzle. She's the shortstop. She get hit. And as usual, Miss Gagnon, the trainer, doing a very nice job. Emma Lanciani is going to run for her. So 2 strikeouts in the inning, but an error, a walk, and a hit batsman have loaded the bases and put the tying runs on base for Taylor Woodbury, who was struck out and hit a little soft pop-up, half line drive to the first baseman. So hopefully she's going to be okay. So this is a big hitter for both teams. Big hit for Pepe to get out. Big hitter for Hamilton Wenham to try to get on base. Waves at the pitch for strike 1. Fishing wide for a ball. Hit in the air. Going to go out of play up on top of the Hamilton Wenham dugout. So the count goes 1-2. Hit in the center field for a base hit. Two runs are going to score. More two-out lightning for Hamilton Wenham. There was two-out singles that knocked in the 3 runs in the 3rd inning. And now another two-out hit by Woodbury. Corners the right fielder, ground to the second, ground to the third. So Pepe was a strike away from getting out of it. All of a sudden, Hamilton Wenham is now within 6-5. Low for a ball. Nice stop by the catcher. Sullivan keeps the runners at first and second. I just found out that the third baseman, Jenny, is Udis. And I apologize for not getting that name correct. And I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly now. Wide for a ball. So an error started this. But then a walk and a hit batsman helped extend the inning. They got one hit in the inning, but it's a big two RBI, 2-out single, and now another walk. Has loaded the bases back up. Grace McCurrick walked and scored, struck out swinging. Had to be thrown out by the catcher. Hamilton Wenham fighting back. In for a strike. Two quick strikes. Ways for strike 3, so strikes out the side. But in between, a couple of walks and a hit batsman, showing an error, and the big 2-out hit by Woodbury gets a little more momentum on Hamilton Wenham's side. They pick up 2 with only 1 base hit. And we're moving to the bottom of the 5th with the score down 6-5 in favor of the Lady Spartans. And I started to mention a little bit before that a big tip of the hat to the Babe Ruth people. And I mentioned Jeff Earp and Dave Raymond. And there's a lot of others. And I mean a lot of others. What a tremendous job they do. They, with all that rain, Marathon Monday and the horrible day that they had before, the people did a great job on this field, getting it in shape, getting it ready to play. It was unplayable on Monday, it was unplayable on Thursday, but they're getting there. And as I'm speaking about them, way over on the baseball diamond, I see Dave Raymond driving around cutting the grass. They were here today digging up the infield, getting it ready for their league to get started. fairly quickly. And they have a lot of great people who do a lot of great work. And they don't get a nickel. Everything is volunteer. And if you couldn't pay them with the hourly rate, you'd pay them the number of hours they're here at the park. They're here. I'll be going to Breed to go to the studio to do things. They'll be here on their off time, maybe through lunchtime, dragging the field, cutting the grass, getting the field ready, cleaning it up. They do a great job and get a lot of young kids busy during the summer, keeping them out of trouble and keeping them busy, away from distractions. So 6-5 going into the bottom of the fifth. Back and forth we go. Hamilton Wenham not going away. In for a strike. Maria DiBiaso popped to the pitcher. Singled in a run, scored a run in that big 6-run fourth inning. Wide for a ball. In for a strike. Lined in the center field for a base hit. Solid shot. DiBiaso's got her second hit. Porzinski grounded a second. She got a big hit knocking in a run. And she scored a run. I don't know whether they're questioning. Hamilton Wenham had a question, I think, about the batting order. They straightened it out. That's going to be a double play. Hey, second baseman Cook picked that off her ankles. Porzinski hit it right on the nose. A nice pick at second base. Sarah Cook helping her sister out. And they doubled DiBiaso off at first. I see they've made some changes. Demers, the third baseman, went to short. The center fielder, Pasquarello, went to third. Popped up, second baseman takes it away from the first baseman. So she made two nice plays. So Semiris gets a leadoff hit, but the double play leaves him only 3 hitters in the inning. We're through 5 here at the Breed Complex. St. Mary's holding on to that skinny 1-run lead. St. Mary's 6, Hamilton Wenham 5 at the end of 5. Christina Nowicki is the new pitcher. As we start the 6th inning. So Pepe goes 5, gives up 5 runs. Five hits, walk 4. Struck out 8 and hit a batter. Hit to short. They get her at first. They just nipped her at first. That was Sammy Cook. Nice stretch by Smaller. Porozinski getting it over there in a hurry. Abby Demers is now the shortstop. She was the third baseman. She sacrificed, popped to second, struck out swinging. Facing Nowicki for the first time. Stina contributed mightily to the basketball team as well. Hit foul past third base. Marina DiBiaso was moved to center field, and McGrath is the new left fielder. Waves at the pitch, and they call it a foul ball. Just got a piece. Missing wide for a ball. Hit foul again. Past third base. We had the ambulance pulling up. I hope that's not for Hadley Ward. So Demers draws a 1-out walk. That puts the tying run on base for Sarah Cook. She's played very well at second base. She struck out, singled in 2, reached on there and scored. She scored 2 and knocked in 2. She's been a big help to Sammy Cook, her sister, on the mound. Waves at that pitch for strike 1. So the ambulance pulled in behind the Hamilton Wenham dugout. Well, Hadley Ward's going to be okay. Bouncing again in front of home plate. High for a ball. Throw down. Easily back to first is Demers. One out, one on here in the 6th. A 1-run game. St. Mary's on top. Hit slowly to third. Safe. Infield hit. You just made a very nice try. Good strong throw. got down the base line quick. She's on for the third time. Pasquarello struck out the first time, got a big 2-out hit, knocking in a run. Walked and scored, so she's scored one and knocked one in. Waves at that pitch. So Hamilton Wenham now looking at a southpaw on the mound. Nowicki coming relief here in the sixth. And she waves at it for strike three. First strikeout for Nowicki. Julie Seaward struck out swinging, walked, called on strikes. Hit in the left field for a base hit. The runner can only go to third. Almost took too wide a turn. Had to wait to see if the ball would be caught. So yet again, Hamilton Wenham has the bases loaded. In for a strike. This is Emma Lanciani. Hartley Ward would be the hitter here. 2 quick strikes. Lefty against lefty here. Swing and a miss, that's a big strikeout. So Hamilton Wenham threatens. Nowicki strikes out 2 in the inning, gets a big strikeout with the bases loaded. And Hamilton Wenham, trailing by a run, is down to their final 3 outs. Nine, 1 and 2 for St. Mary's. So now I don't know what Hamilton Wenham did. They put a number that they didn't give me. Center fielder wearing number 12. I assume she was hitting in Hartley Ward's spot when they moved the infield. Center fielder to third, the third baseman is short. But then Hartley Ward's spot came up to hit, and they put Emma Lanciani in to hit, and they put the center fielder back in center field. She didn't hit. So I don't know what they were doing with that, jumping that batting line around and substitutions. They couldn't substitute. The center fielder can't re-enter. She came in as a replacement, so she can't re-enter if she was hit for. And she didn't hit. So they have strange rules here in softball. McGrath will hit. She went in to play left field when they made the pitching change. Up for the first time. 9, 1 and 2. High for a ball. So I don't know if the ambulance took Hartley Ward away. It's pulling out. but we certainly hope she's going to be okay. Popped up. Catcher couldn't get to it. Wasn't hit that high. High for a ball. Down and away for a ball. So she was ahead of her. Now she's got to come in with a pitch or put her on. Strike 3 called. Took a look, and it cost her. Five strikeouts for Cook. She had that one bad inning in the 4th. Otherwise, she's pitched a very nice ball game. Hit foul back. Christine Nowicki's now the pitcher, was the center fielder. Popped up, bounced to the pitcher, struck out swinging. Hits it high in the air. The left fielder makes the play. Two-way, Gia Santinello. Struck out. Line to the second baseman. He got a base hit. Now she's thrown out by the second baseman. So 1-2-3 inning for Cook. We've completed 6. St. Mary's holding on to that skinny 1-run lead. St. Mary's 6, Hamilton Wenham 5 at the end of 6. 3 outs left for Hamilton Wenham to try and get back in the game. Win the 7th inning. They'll have the bottom 3 in the order up. Nowicki trying to nail it down and give Pepe the win. Nowicki's trying to get the save. Both teams scoring in 1 inning. Hamilton Wenham got 3 in the 3rd to take the lead. St. Mary's got 6 in the 4th. And then Hamilton Wenham close to within 1, getting 2 in the 5th. St. Mary's sent 11 hitters to the plate in the 4th inning to get their 6 runs. Now they're trying to hold on. Hamilton Wenham looking for their first win of the season. And they've got to have an inning here against Nowicki. Woodbury has struck out, popped up, got a big 2-out hit, and knocked in 2 runs. All 5 of their runs have come on big 2-out hits. Sarah Cook a 2-out single. Pasquarello a 1-out single in the 3rd. And Woodbury the 2-out hit, the 2 RBI hit in the 5th. Hit to 3rd, long throw across the diamond. Nice play by Udis. One pitch, 1 out. Emma Connors is grounded to 2nd, grounded to 3rd, and walked. Facing Nowicki for the first time. In for a strike. 1-1 to the Hamilton Wenham right fielder. They're the Generals, I believe, against the Spartans. Down in the dirt, 2-1. Hit out in front. Nowicki helps us out with a nice play. And Hamilton Wenham is down to last out. Grace McCurk walked and scored. Struck out swinging her last 2 times. The first time she had to be thrown out at first by Sullivan. Fishing wide for a ball. In for a strike. McCulloch trying to get on, get the tying run on, extend the inning. Nowicki trying to polish it off. Dead center with that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Popped up. It's a base hit. Popped in the air. Pitcher catcher couldn't get to it. It just died right in front of home plate. So Hamilton Wenham has a pulse. They have the tying run at first. Sammy Cook is the hitter. She singled, doubled and scored, struck out swinging, and was thrown out by the shortstop. So she's 2 for 4 with a run scored. And she can help herself get back in the ballgame. That was just a pop-up that went just high enough over the head of the hitter. Catcher couldn't get to it. Pitcher couldn't get to it. It wasn't hit high enough. And when it dropped, it just died in front of home plate. In for a strike. So it's weak, but Hamilton Wenham has a pulse. Fishing wide for a ball. Nowicki trying to nail it down for Pepe. Nowicki looking for a save. Giving Pepe a win. Hit the shot. She beats it for an infield hit. So that pulse gets a little stronger. As it's now first and second with 2 outs. Abby Demers, a sacrifice, popped to second, struck out, and walked. Her walk came against Nowicki. In for a strike. And that hit her. Now the pulse gets even stronger. Yet again, Hamilton Wenham has the bases loaded. Tying run at third, go-ahead run at second base. Sarah Cook has had a game and a half. She made some great plays at second base. She's been on base 3 times. They got her the first time. She struck out. She got a big 2-out hit, knocking in 2 runs in the third. Scored a run in the third. She reached on an error and scored in the 5th, and she got a base hit in the 6th. In for a strike. Her base hit came against Nowicki. Popped up. It's going to go out of play. So Hamilton Wenham 1 swing of the bat from tying or maybe even taking the lead. Nowicki 1 strike away from ending this and getting St. Mary's a win. High for a ball. Line to the left field for a base hit. They send a runner home, and she scores. 2 out Lightning again. All the hits they got, all the RBIs they got, come with 2 outs. So now the Wicky's on the hook, unless St. Mary's can do something in the bottom of the 7th. Another infield hit. And guess what? The bases are loaded again. Pasquarello on base for the 3rd time. Her 2nd hit. Julia Seawood has struck out, walked, struck out, and singled. Missing for a ball. So I got the first 2 outs easily. Nice play by the second baseman picking that off. Santinello. But Hamilton Wenham does it again. They come up with 2 big runs. 3 hits, another big 2-out hit. The hit batsman helped extend the inning. The hit batsman allowed Sarah Cook to hit, and she took advantage. So they sent 8 hitters to the plate. 3 of them score. And now Hamilton Wenham is on the verge of getting their first win of the season, leading at 7-6. St. Mary's will have 3, 4, and 5. And once again, for the 2nd time in the game, Sam Cook takes the mound with a lead. This would be a backbreaker. You got to give Hamilton Wenham credit. They didn't quit. They were down 6-3. They kept battling. Down again going into the 7th. And for the 3rd inning, all 3 innings they scored, it's been 2-out hits. Back-to-back singles in the 3rd by Sarah Cook and Pasquarello. Got them their first 3. A 2-out, 2 RBI single by Woodbury in the 5th. Got them back within 6-5. And then Cook gets it done again. A big 2-out hit, knocking in 2. She's had a pretty good day, you would think. She's knocked in 4, scored 2. She's involved in 6 of the 7 runs. Small will try to get it started. She's doubled twice. The second one got a 2 RBI in that big 6-run inning. In between she walked, so she's been on base 3 times. In for a strike. Small is Sullivan and Grassi. Hits it foul, out of play. Quickly 2 strikes. I think they ran out of softballs. The 0-2 pitch up and coming. Took a long look at that one. Was outside 1-2. Hit foul. Small is staying alive. Trying to get on base, representing the tying run. Tough pitch to take with 2 strikes. It was high. We're even at 2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Six strikeouts. A big one to start the 7th inning. Jordan Summers walked, reached on an error, and struck out. And she hits it into center field for a base hit. Well, St. Mary's has the tying run on for Alyssa Grassi. She struck out, walked, and scored, grounded to second. Yeah, we're going to get a runner at first, I believe. Way up and in for a ball. Down and away for a ball. Low, football 3. Rossi will take a long look at this one, 3-0. On 4 pitches, she draws a walk. Now it's St. Mary's pulse getting a little stronger. Tying run at second base, 1 out. Winning run at first. Marina DiBiaso popped up. Last 2 times she got base hits. She scored a run and knocked in a run. In for a strike. Down and away for a ball. Hit the second base. They drop the ball, safe at second base. And the bases are loaded. Porozinski grounded out singled in a run, lined out to the second baseman. Pitches low for a ball, so the tying run at third, the winning run at second, here in the bottom of the seventh. In for a strike. Her line drive was picked at second by Sarah Cook. Turned into a double play. Hit in a right field for a base hit. 2 runs are going to score, and St. Mary's is going to win the ball game. That should be the ball game. Everybody standing around, so St. Mary's, Brzezinski gets a big base hit. And St. Mary's steals one. In the bottom of the 7th inning, they win it by a score of 8-7. They got 6 runs in the 4th. They get 2 here in the 7th, and they win it by a score of 8-7. And they steal what would have been the first win of the season from Hamilton Wenham. They got it out in the bottom of the 7th, and they take it away after they lost the lead in the top of the 7th. So they celebrate Brzezinski's big 2 RBI single. 3 RBI for her for the day. St. Mary's sent 11 to the plate in the 4th inning after Hamilton Wenham had got back-to-back hits by Sarah Cook and Pasquarello, big 2-out hits to get 3 runs and grab a 3-0 lead. St. Mary's got 6 in the 4th inning, sending 11 hitters to the plate. RBIs by DiBiaso, by Porozinski, a big double by Smaller for a couple of RBI. Udis and Pepe got base hits, an error and a walk thrown in, and it was 6-3 St. Mary's. Hamilton Wenham got back in it with another big 2-out hit, this one by Woodbury to knock in 2 to make it 6-5. And then in the 7th, another big 2-out hit, this one, the second one in the ball game by Sarah Cook, knocking in 2 runs, and they took the lead 7-6. And in the bottom of the 7th, a strikeout to start the inning. But Sullivan got a base hit, a walk first and second, a big error. They got the force at second. They thought they dropped the ball at second base, loaded the bases. Brzezinski taps it into right field for a base hit. 2-run score. St. Mary's wins it by a score of 8-7, and they deny Hamilton Wenham their first win of the season. Sarah Cook had a super game for Hamilton Wenham. She had outstanding at second base, but she had 3 hits, was on base 4 times, knocked in 4 runs and scored 2. That's accounting for 6 of the 7 that they had. For St. Mary's, Santinello had a base hit. Smaller had 2 doubles, knocked in 2. Sullivan was on base 3 times, a walk, an error, and a hit. She scored 2. Rossi had 2 walks, scored twice. DiBiaso had 2 base hits, knocked in a run, scored a run. Porozinski had 2 big hits. She had knocked it at double play on a nice play by Sarah Cook, or she would have had 3 hits. She scored a run and knocked in 2 or 3. Udis had 2 base hits, scored a run. Pepe had a base hit, scored a run. St. Mary's got it all done team-wise. They put 8 on the board, but they had to get 2 in the bottom of the 7th to pull it out. And that's what they did, is they get the win and deny Hamilton Wenham their first win of the season. It's going to be a tough bus ride back, losing in the bottom of the 7th inning. St. Mary's wins it by a score of 8-7. Nowicki will get the win. She was looking for the save to get Pepe the win, but it'll be Nowicki getting the win on the mound as St. Mary's wins it 8-7 over Hamilton Wenham. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.